Dear Victor, this bath towel was wet and you left it on the floor and it was the last clean one in the house. I'm pretty sure this is how tuberculosis is spread. I'm writing this all in my journal just in case I die because of your carelessness. Dear Victor, there's a pile of business suits for the dry cleaners that have been in the closet for over 5 months. You work from home! WTF, Victor. Everyone forgets things sometimes. I forgot my left sock at home 3 times this week already. That can get a little bit stressful for your spouse and can start to cause problems. A series of helpful post-it notes that I left around the house for my husband this week by Jenny Lawson. Dear Victor, why is cleaning up cat vomit always my job? Was I not there when we picked from the job jar? Is there even a job jar at all? If so, I would like to redraw. Also, I'm aware that you always have to clean out the litter box, but that's because at any moment, my IUD could fail and I could get that cat poop pregnancy disease, and then our baby would be born with no arms and no legs. Is that what you want, Victor? Are you that selfish? Dear Victor, you make me sick. Why in God's name wouldn't you just throw away the empty pizza box after you were done with it? Do you have some sort of disease that I don't know about that makes you blind to empty pizza boxes? Dear Victor, okay, I just remembered that I was the last one to have pizza, so I guess that's my fault. But I'm still leaving this note out anyway to remind you just in case it happens to happen to you. Dear Victor, I do not appreciate your leaving passive-aggressive addendums to my helpful post-it notes. In fact, they are the opposite of helpful. They are just rude. Dear Victor, if you leave another wet towel on the bathroom floor, I will stab you. Dear Victor, you can't take clothes out of the dryer without telling me and then just dump them all on my bed in a heap. Because by the time I found them, they've usually dried and I have to bring each individual article of clothing back into the dryer and rerun the whole entire thing. Then I have to take all the clothes back out just to put them back into the closet. It's called the method, Victor. Stop judging me. Dear Victor, no, actually, I don't know how to use an iron because we don't own one. Have you ever even noticed that? The dryer is our iron, Victor. Also, I would appreciate it if you would talk to me directly instead of yelling at me on a post-it. These post-its are for educational purposes, not to draw lewd caricatures of hands pointing menacingly at me. Also, Victor, you point with your index finger. It's called proper etiquette. Dear Victor, I've poisoned something in the fridge. Good luck with that. Dear Victor, I'm so sorry. I think I might have PMS. I don't know what's wrong with me. Dear Victor, that was an apology, you A, asterisk, asterisk, H, asterisk, 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 exclamation mark. Now, there are 2 things poisoned in the fridge, all because you don't know how to accept an apology. Dear Victor, I'm so sorry you are sick. I swear I was just kidding about poisoning S, asterisk, asterisk, asterisk in the fridge. I mean, I did leave the yogurt out for like half a day, but that's only because I was so distracted by the wet towel on the floor. If anything, you brought this upon yourself. Once again, I apologize. Dear Victor, I love you, but I'm getting kind of weak from hunger, and I know you said you didn't poison anything in the fridge, but every single time I go to take a bite of anything, you leer and laugh suspiciously, and I just have to spit it out. I can only assume this is how Gandhi felt when he wasn't allowed to eat. Here's a hint. He felt stabby. Dear Victor, okay, first of all, you don't know that Gandhi went on a hunger strike on purpose. For all we know, he was avoiding food poisoning too. The people who survive are the ones who write the history, Victor. Not the ones who die from food poisoning because their husband decided to poison every single little thing in the house. Except guess what? This is all going on my blog so I can document this in case people find my emaciated body and demand justice. There will be a reckoning, and it will be brutal and swift. Dear Victor, great. Now we're out of Post-its. I'm writing this all on the towel you left on the ground this morning, since we obviously have no respect for towels anymore. I'm going to the grocery store for more Post-its, and I'm going to eat unpoisoned Triscuits straight out of the box while I'm there, so I can return refreshed and renewed. Also, I'm done, Victor. So is the cat, which he vomited in the hall, and I'm not cleaning it up. We're done, Victor. Dear Victor, the cat and I are leaving you. You can have the dog. Also, I've decided not to get Post-it notes after all, because I'm no longer speaking with you. So I'm just writing this all on your hand towel. You will never hear from me again. Dear Victor, the dog started whining when I told him he had to stay with you, so I'm taking him too. Dear Victor, yeah, actually, I was holding a bag of dog treats when I told him he had to stay with you, but I don't think that has anything to do with his reaction. Also, we're running out of dish towels, so this will be my last message to you. Dear Victor. Okay, fine. You can have the dog. I tried to put him in the car, but he peed on me. I'm writing this all on the dog because it seemed fitting. Also, I couldn't find any packing peanuts for the booze, so I just drank it all. You will miss me so much once I'm sober enough to actually wake up and drive away. Dear Victor, wow, that really got out of hand. I'm sending this cat in as a peace offering. I forgive you for all the stuff you wrote on the walls about my sister and all the stuff you said about my giant A***, turn cat over for rest. Because I love you and you need me. Who else loves you enough to give you notes written on cats? Nobody, that's who. Also, I stapled a picture of us from our wedding day on the cat's left leg. Don't we look so happy? We can be that way again, Victor. All I ask is that you stop leaving wet towels on the bathroom floor. I'm low maintenance that way. Also, this cat really needs to go on a diet. I should not be able to write this much on one cat and still have room left over. Victor forgave me and we all lived happily ever after. Except for the cat, who had to have his leg amputated. But that was less from the infection and more from the fact that his blood sugar was so low because he was so fat. But now, he's less fat by like a whole entire leg.